Welcome back, everybody, to RacePlazaMedia. My name is Milan.
My name is Pia.
And then today we're going to be talking about the F1 movie that we just watched last night.
Correct.
The way we're going to structure this video is we're first going to essentially just say whether or not we recommend the movie, if we liked it, and maybe also who this movie is more for than others.
Yeah, some like more general thoughts at the beginning without getting too far into the depth. And then we will give you a very clear, fair warning when we go into a little bit more detail, which would include potential spoilers.
Yeah.
We'll see how deep into detail we'll get. We won't go beat by beat or like moment by moment in the movie. We'll just talk about some of our standout moments, and then you can take it from there and then maybe watch the movie, maybe not watch the movie, or watch it again.
Yes. So I would say right off the get-go, I like the movie.
Yes.
I think I, however, also had the right expectations going into the movie.
Correct.
I think the marketing that they did, that this is the most realistic F1 movie and it's so real, like in realism and stuff like this, is false advertisement, because I think if you're going in there and being like, oh, this is going to be like watching F1 on Sundays and stuff like that, it's not like this. But if you go in thinking like, hey, I like the movie like Top Gun Maverick and I would like something like that, then you're in the right place.
I do want to preface that or piggyback on what you were saying a little bit and saying that the racing moments, like the actual footage of the racing was really fun. It was really
100%.
Great cinematography, great footage, and that was really exciting.
Yes.
But then if you're thinking in terms of like accuracy, in terms of actual like F1 format or general like racing format and different things, because there's not just F1 mentioned in there, there's other types of racing mentioned in there, and then some of those things are not 100% accurate, especially if you're big fans. So just keep that in mind.
Correct.
I do agree with you. Like, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It had some funny moments. It definitely had some cheesy moments in there.
It has a lot of cheese,
which I was expecting going into it, so I was not surprised about it. I think the cheesiness might turn off some people.
I agree, because I think where like Mission Impossible, for example, they have cheese in it, but it's never too much cheese.
Yes.
This one has a few moments where I'm like, ooh, and this is like really digging into Gouda.
Exactly. But I think it was, for me at least, there were moments where it was so cheesy that it made me laugh.
Yes, I did have that as one of my notes.
Which was not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
But that's just something I think to keep in mind, because I think that would maybe have some people not enjoy the movie quite as much. I think if you go in with not the biggest expectations, expect great racing. The storyline is definitely Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood to the T.
Yes, it's definitely the epitome of Hollywood in terms of storytelling, instead of like cliche-y things. But the acting for the most part was really good. The racing was excellent. It was also funny. There was also some heartfelt moments. There was definitely also some really tough moments or intense moments. There was a moment where I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that this was going to go there, and I wasn't sure how far the movie would take it.
Yes, but then they're like, actually, no.
Yes, but it was still nice to have that variety of emotions. It wasn't like one note. There was a lot of different things that were in there, and I think there's of course lots of room for people to criticize it, and a lot of people will criticize it.
Yeah.
I personally would say I would watch it again.
Yes.
Because we paid for the movie tickets, and they were like, because we went to see it in AMC Prime, so we had some really great like reclining seats with seat heater.
And what I also loved, if you can first of all afford it, and if you have a movie theater in the area that does that, I highly recommend, because there are moments when they have like a car racing on it, and when it's racing by the camera, your seat will, like, there will be vibration.
Yes.
As if like and it's not an obnoxious, like how I've done like D-Box or something like that seats, and that was annoying.
Yeah.
But there I was like, oh, this feels so alive.
Yes. No, that was great, but it was almost $29 per ticket, which is a lot.
It is a lot of money.
So I wouldn't necessarily pay the $29 per ticket again.
Yeah.
I would definitely still would want to go see it again, just because I think it would be a fun movie to watch. And I would also be curious about what I've missed on my first
100%
watch through. So, yes.
I think what I wanted to say also really quick without any spoilers, in case you want to know what the story is about. Essentially, there is a team on the track. So you have actually all the other teams that actually exist in real life.
Yes.
They are part of that, and you can actually see some of the drivers, some of the team principals, and CEOs of the
And like Will Buxton, some of the other
exactly,
commentators.
some of the commentators you hear.
So there's lots of familiar faces in there.
But essentially, the story is that one of the teams, they're looking for another driver, and it's essentially about the last 9 races of the season, and they want to get a win.
Yes.
And I don't think that's too much, because that really happens within the first 15 minutes. You kind of get what this
yes.
movie
Oh,
is about.
yeah. I thought you were like, oh, that's not a lot. I was like, that's a huge feat to get a win.
No. This is what exactly.
Yes.
So now I do also want to mention currently. So the release date for it is technically today, the 27th. So right now on IMDb, it has a 7.9 out of 10 and Rotten Tomatoes 83%. And once again, if you're going to go watch it, go in with an open mind. Go in to watch an action Hollywood movie that is fun, a little bit cheese. Do not expect this to be like a hyper realism F1 movie. This is, I know a lot of times they set that in marketing and stuff like that. This is not doing themselves, I think, a favor to core fans.
Yes. I hear what you're saying. I think the racing is most likely the best that it's been captured in cinema, and I think that part is correct. But like, yes, I think the marketing can be a little bit misleading, because this is also not a thriller, or it's not super intense.
No, but once again, if you like movies like Mission Impossible movies, if you like Top Gun Maverick,
or if you're like me and you love like sports movies, I'm a big sucker for anything. I like sports movies. If it's like a football movie, a rugby movie,
baseball,
like anything, they have like this like big comeback stories. Like if you like something like that, then this is definitely for you. Especially if you like the Hollywood version of that.
Yes, that
and
is,
if,
you know.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
so if you go in with that in mind, I think
you can have a fun time.
Yeah, 100%.
It can be a fun date night. It can be a fun night out with friends.
Yes.
And I would say I can 100% in that case recommend going to watch it. Now, I think we're going to get into a little bit more in-depth talks about the movie itself.
All right, so warning, spoiler warnings.
I will...